Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's D-Free here from Dueling Central. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please consider leaving a like and subscribing if you happen to be new. Let's go ahead and check out the deck list for Super Rex level 30 and level 40. It works against both of them. Honestly, I was surprised at how much truly works against him. Now, this is a heavily free-to-play friendly one. You can run so many different variants of decks against him. It's not even a problem, to be honest. I'll come back with more options for you guys, like, you know, ones that don't use, for example, the Paradox Brothers. But I will say that the Paradox Brothers were here like a month ago, so if you didn't unlock them, I'm not sure as to why. Maybe you weren't playing as much. Maybe you just got into the game. But next time they come back, make sure you do, because they have some very useful skills. It's a very quick, easy farm as well. We basically have Thunder Dragon. Once again, we're running 3 of them just because it's really good at thinning out the deck, because Elements Unite basically makes you start off with a dead hand. We also have the Fusion Monster because we get the bonus. I also converted my Poly from the Card Trader up to Prismatic, so we're running that. Gravekeeper's Vassal, part of the normal combo for something like this. You get him from leveling up Ishizu, I believe. Maiden of the Moonlight, glossy card, normal card. We'll talk about that in a minute. We run a couple of those. And same for Sagi. Once again, glossy normal cards. You want to incorporate as many glossy cards as you can. He's a normal and spellcaster, which uses both of my cards that I'm going to come to in a minute. We're running 3 of those and 2 of the maidens. So Wonder Wand works with the spellcasters. Honestly, you could run this in 2s if you want. You get it from the card trader. Not a very hard card to get, but basically you equip it to one of the other monsters, and then you can from there go ahead and destroy your monster and the equip card, or send them both to the graveyard, and then draw 2 cards. After that, Union Attack should have been acquirable. You should have been able to get at least 1 copy simply from playing the Yugi event. Not to mention you could have gotten more through the card lottery thing that they had going on. So if you only have 1, you can incorporate 1 and then Spell Reclamation, or you can run multiple like I am. Basically, this is an end turn scenario. White Elephant's Gift is really good with the normal monsters there. You just destroy them or send them to the graveyard, and then you can draw 2 cards. It's basically the same thing as Wonder Wand. You do not need both. You can swap 1 or 2 of them out for another Draw of Greed, which I have this here for like no real reason, because the deck got to a point where it was like, oh, you could just throw random cards in, just hit number 20 or whatever. You can incorporate more Prismatics or Glossies if you want to get a higher score, but this one was pretty consistent. It got me like almost 9,000 points. So I'm going to show off a dual replay of it, and we'll get into, you know, some other options. Like I said, really shortly, you can basically get rid of these guys if you want to. Incorporate any other fusion monster. Any other fusion monster will work. You just put them in there. You can also drop these for cards like Shard of Greed, or Good Goblin Housekeeping is a good option as well. You know, there's just so much leeway, right? And then you don't have to run these. You can run any other spellcaster monster you want, normal monster you want if you're running that combo. Let's go ahead and check out the dual replay. I'll give you guys the play-by-play as well, as far as how you go with, you know, playing the deck. So we have one here against level 40. I meant to record it against level 30, but I didn't. But trust me, it works there. If you would like a separate video for level 30, I can do that. But I don't want to wait like all day for him to potentially come back. But I will say that I like the way that they basically combined his event with the Duelathon. It's pretty cool that they did that, because it gives you added incentive to play. Once again, with Elements Unite, you start off with those guys on the field. And the first thing I did was go out to Gate Guardian. Now, this is really easy because he has no way to really get over Gate Guardian for the most part. There is like one scenario that he can. But, you know, it relies on your monster being in defense mode. Now, he has a lot of cards that will send you to defense mode, like Earthquake and things like that. So just be wary of that, and try not to utilize your combos or play any monsters he can actually attack until like the end of the duel. Because, let me go ahead and pause it here, because Solidarity right here is a really good card, because when he has a monster in the graveyard, all his other monsters get 800 more attack. So if he sends your monsters into defense mode or whatever, there's like one monster in his deck, I forget what it's called. There's a powerful dinosaur in his deck that, with that 800 buff, I believe can get over Gate Guardian. I think it gets like 3,500. So it gets really strong. So keep that in mind. So we basically have the Thunder Dragons just to thin the deck out, and then they're dead weight in this hand. I will say that in this duel, you want to make sure that you attack everything he has. Not that it really does anything in particular, because I don't think he has anything that he can really play aside from a tribute monster. But what it does is it helps you get better bonuses by destroying his cards. In this duel, I continually draw into monster cards, though, for whatever reason. But when I start drawing into the spell cards that utilize the monsters, like right here, the deck starts to run a lot faster and smoother. But the problem with this is that I got into my monster cards way too fast to where I set this face down, because he also doesn't have any back row removal. So I set that face down so I didn't have to like discard anything, because I needed basically everything in my hand. So just want to make sure that you guys are aware of that the way that this duel sorted out, you know, it basically got me in a position where I had too much in my hand to begin with. So I guess it's always a good thing, right? It's not a problem. So I went ahead and basically got rid of a combo there, drew into 2 cards, set a Wonder Wand because I wanted to keep the Wonder Wand. Sometimes a mistake I make, it's not really that big of a deal. Sometimes a mistake I make is playing Wonder Wand instead of the White Elephant's Gift, because the White Elephant's Gift is glossy. It doesn't really matter much to me though. But basically what's happening here is we're just stalling, just drawing into everything I need. And once again, end of the duel last turn or so is when you start incorporating using cards like Polymerization, getting your fusions out. You make sure that you do not do it prematurely, right? Because he can get over a Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon. I guess if you played Blue Eyes Ultimate, or if you played Master of Oz, he can't get over those, but he can get over the Thunder Dragon one. So keep that in mind. So there's nothing really happening here. And then in this scenario, I think I had a White Elephant's Gift right here. No? Okay. Well, I didn't do it in this duel, apparently. All right, so we destroyed that, and this is where we get into the end of the duel. So I'm going to draw my last card, and I want to make sure you guys see what happens here. I played Gravekeeper's Vassal. Ordinarily, you shouldn't need to play Secret Pass of the Treasures to the Treasures because he has nothing on the field. I did it anyway because of the fact that he has, you know, it's a glossy card. You still get the glossy bonus because you get more points for playing glossy and prismatic cards, but also because Rex has this face down right here. Watch what happens. So I'm going to go ahead and immediately play my Polymerization, which is right here. Going to get my Fusion Monster out and then go into my end game combo, and watch what happens when I play the Poly. Okay, we fuse into the Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon. And then immediately upon doing that, Hunting Instinct kicks in. When a monster is special summoned to your opponent's side of the field, special summon 1 dinosaur-type monster from your hand. Now, at this point of the duel, just about every card in his deck will probably be a higher level monster at this point, because he's, you know, we've been dueling for a while. He's played through most of the weaker monsters already. So pretty much going to be a higher level monster at this point. So he's going to pop out a powerful one. Now, this is where Secret Pass of the Treasures is very important, because if you don't have that, you're basically not going to be able to get to his get directly to his life points. You'd have to attack the monster with the Gravekeeper. So what happens there is he brings out a super powerful monster. Watch this. So this is the one I was saying right here that can get over 3,500 attack. This is the one that can get over Gate Guardian if it happens to be in defense mode, for example, and you basically will lose the duel at that point. Unless you could pull off some crazy like end game scenario where you get like, I don't know, 5,000 or 6,000 attack on the Vassal and go direct from there. But yeah, its attack does trump Gate Guardian, so keep that in mind as well. So it didn't really matter though, because I'm going to get into the double Union attack combo here. I may even play Wonder Wand just for S's and giggles. Maybe. I don't know. I don't. Okay, so we go direct, and that is it for him. I'm going to go ahead and edit out this portion, but I want to show you guys my screenshot of the winning. Now I'm gonna edit out because I don't want you guys to see all my other tabs, but I'll be right back. Okay, so here we are, 8,900. You know, I got all the bonuses, over 999 damage, which is why you want to get that attack stat so high, because you can do this, and when you do, you can get better drops. So keep that in mind if you guys want to farm Rex. Once again, works against level 30 and level 40. That's pretty much it. So many other variants. If you would like other variants, let me know. I'll see if I can bring you another one that probably would rely on Unhappy Girl. That's the problem, is that like most of the time they rely on either like a Gate Guardian skill, like Labyrinth Builder or whatever, because they all work really well. Or this one I ran, or something like Unhappy Girl. That's it though. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace out, guys.